The Cheers to That podcast, proudly brought to you by drinklab.org.
Ready for a deep dive into something delicious? We're mixing up a little history with some cocktail chemistry today as we explore the enigmatic Black Opal.
It's a drink shrouded in a bit of mystery, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. And we've got sources lined up that range from cocktail blogs to, well, let's just say someone gets a little carried away with the whole crystal thing.
Oh, we'll get to that. But first, let's break it down. What exactly is a Black Opal at its core?
Yeah, before we start infusing it with good vibes, we should probably figure out what we're working with.
Right. When you look at a typical recipe, you're going to see vodka, gin, rum. This isn't a drink for the faint of heart.
Wow, that's a lineup. So it's a potent mix right from the start. I'm guessing that's where the blackberry liqueur comes in.
You got it. That's what gives the Black Opal its signature dark, rich hue. And then a splash of blue curacao to brighten things up.
Blackberry and blue. Now that's a color combo you don't see every day. Kind of reminds me of another multi-spirit cocktail. The Long Island iced tea.
Ah, a classic for a reason.
Yeah.
And yeah, there are definitely some parallels. Both are strong, visually striking, perfect for the age of Instagram.
Totally. But Long Island iced tea also has that whole Prohibition backstory. Any chance the Black Opal has roots in that era?
It's hard to say for sure. The origins are a bit murky.
Yeah.
But that whole idea of mixing multiple spirits, masking flavors, definitely has that Prohibition era resourcefulness to it.
Makes sense. So we might have some ingenious, thirsty bartenders to thank for this one, too.
Quite possibly.
Oh.
But let's get back to that crystal thing you mentioned, because one of our sources took a very interesting turn.
Oh, yeah. This one's a doozy. Apparently, some people like to drop actual Black Opals right into their Black Opals, for added dot energy.
Right. Supposedly, Black Opals have calming, even seductive energy, and infusing the drink with them. Well, it's supposed to enhance the experience, I guess.
Okay, I have to admit, I chuckled when I read that. I mean, I appreciate the commitment to aesthetics, but seductive energy from a gemstone? That's a new one.
It is, but, maybe it's not as far-fetched as it sounds. Think about it. Cocktails are about more than just the ingredients. They're an experience.
Right. The whole ritual of it, the ambiance, the glassware, it all adds up.
Exactly. So maybe dropping in a Black Opal, even just for the visual, plays into that. Like you're elevating the experience, making it special.
It's like those cocktails you see with dry ice or smoke.
Yeah.
No one actually thinks it's magic, but it adds a certain drama.
Precisely. It's about storytelling. And the Black Opal, with its history and mystique, it lends itself perfectly to that kind of storytelling.
Speaking of which, we were talking about ingredients earlier. I noticed a certain triple sec sneaking its way into the mix. What's the story there?
Ah, the triple sec. A classic cocktail staple. It adds that bright citrus note, balances out the bolder flavors.
So it's like a supporting character, not the star of the show, but essential nonetheless.
Exactly. And it highlights something really important. Every ingredient has a role to play in a well-crafted cocktail.
So we've got our base spirits, the blackberry liqueur for that signature color, the blue curacao to brighten it up, and then a touch of triple sec for balance. Anything else, or are we ready to start mixing?
Well, you could add a touch of simple syrup if you prefer a sweeter drink. But honestly, the beauty of the Black Opal is its simplicity.
Let those flavors shine. Right. I'm ready to try one right now.
I bet.
We've covered so much ground today, though.
Yeah.
From Prohibition cocktails to the perfect balance of flavors in a drink.
The art of mixology.
Exactly.
It's a journey, isn't it?
Yeah, and we even took a little detour into the mystical side of things.
We did.
With the whole gemstone thing. But I have to say,
What's that?
it really makes you think about,
Tell me.
what kind of experience are we trying to create when we make a drink?
Absolutely.
It's not just about what's in the glass.
It's true.
It's the whole vibe.
It is.
It's the story you tell with the drink.
It all contributes.
So I'm curious,
Yeah.
what kind of Black Opal story are you going to tell?
That's the beauty of it, right?
Yeah.
There's no one right answer.
Exactly.
You can stick to the classic recipe,
Well,
keep it traditional.
Right.
Or you could get adventurous.
Ooh.
Throw in some muddled berries.
Okay.
Maybe a sprig of rosemary for an aromatic twist.
Oh, yeah.
Try a flavored vodka.
Endless possibilities.
The possibilities are endless.
I love it.
It's about finding your own personal twist.
Find your own Black Opal.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, on that note,
Cheers to that.
cheers to the Black Opal.
Cheers
And to everyone out there
to everyone listening.
exploring those delicious discoveries at the bottom of a glass.
Absolutely.
Until next time.
Want to whip up these delicious cocktails? Check the description or head to drinklab.org for all the recipes. Cheers!